So if Kim Kardashian owned a 2010 Honda Accord, it might look something like this. And Kim's used to luxury, so you know that Kim would probably want to add a cigarette lighter socket splitter with 3 additional cigarette lighters to her car. She could simply go out to Walmart and pick up one of these for roughly about $4. She's also going to need to get a mini blade fuse add-a-circuit component, which is easily ordered from Amazon. In addition, if she wants to add Bluetooth functionality to her car so she can listen to her iPod as she sails down the road, she'll need to get a Belkin's hands-free Bluetooth car kit from Amazon. 4 components that Kim would need for a project like this consist from the left to the right, the Belkin Bluetooth adapter, the mini add-a-circuit component to add to her circuit panel. She'd need a female cigarette lighter adapter, and then also the 3 additional components. The way Kim would start a project like this would be to remove the panel from beneath the steering wheel on the driver's side of the Honda Accord dashboard. The reason Kim would be doing something like this is that she knows that she's going to have easy access to the fuse panel for the Honda Accord. Let's take a look and see if we can get a clear shot of what that fuse panel looks like. There we go. You can see that their fuses are labeled by being different colors, and that's great. Now, what else are we going to need? Well, we're going to need shrink wrapping. You can get this for about $1 at any hardware store. We're going to be connecting wires, so we're going to want to seal those wires. Now, Kim's also going to need an ATM mini blade fuse add-a-circuit fuse holder for this particular project. This is a specialty product, but it's going to be actually fairly easy for Kim to get because she can just go online and order one of those from Amazon. Not a problem whatsoever. Although Kim's gonna have to be a little bit careful here because these come in different sizes. What she's gonna do is plug this into her circuit panel, then she'll plug 2 fuses into it, one for what she's replacing and one for her new component. Pretty easy stuff to do. So let's take a look and see what Kim would potentially do if she had both of these components. She's going to take the female cigarette adapter that she ordered, and she's going to be mating it to the plug that she's going to add to her circuit panel in the car. What she wants to do is basically twist those wires together, and then she's going to fit a piece of her heat shrink tubing over it. Now once she's got the heat shrink tubing over it, all she really needs is a blow dryer here. It's going to take anywhere from 1 to 2 minutes of gently toasting that heat shrink tubing to basically get it to shrink down. What that's going to do is make sure that connection is going to stay together and that it can't tap against anything else. There we go. Kim would be proud. Now this is what the system basically looks like. So on the far right you have our 3 additional cigarette lighter holders that we're adding to the car, connected by a lengthy wire over to the plug-in part that's actually going to provide the power. Inside the car, over on the passenger side, you can see that we've already gone ahead and installed the additional 3 cigarette lighters. Okay, now there's a hole here. It's a little hard to see, but that hole passes through over to the driver's side foot compartment. So let's see if we can go over there and sort of see what this looks like on the other side. All right, there, just back up here just a little bit. Well, there we go. Okay, so that's the male receptor for our brand new 3 cigarette lighter adapters. That's great. Now all we got to do is find a way to get some power to it. Now the power is going to be located right now over in the circuit panel, which is just right about here. So somehow we've got to get the juice from here over to our connector, and then this project will be done. All right, so I think we have all the right parts for that. Let's just take a quick look and make sure that we've got our pieces together. Now, car fuses come in 3 different sizes. For a 2010 Honda Accord, we need a mini fuse holder. Older cars will require a standard size fuse holder. If you were going to engage in a project like this, make sure you do what I did not do and check the sizes of your fuse before you start. All right, so what we've done is we've actually gone ahead and removed a fuse from our fuse panel. It looks just like this. You'll notice it didn't have very long prongs, and that concerned me a little bit because these are the 10 amp fuses that I had to work with. No matter. So I took 2 10 amp fuses that I had purchased from the auto supply store, put them in there. One is to replace the one that I took out, and one is for our brand new product. Poof, we're good to go. Now what we're going to do is we're going to take this and actually fit it in to the circuit control panel. Now, I originally decided to go after location 31, which is in the upper left-hand corner. Here's a quick layout of what the fuse panel of if Kim owned a 2010 Honda Accord, what it would look like. And so this shows what each one of them does. So what we're going to do is we're going to get in here. Let's see if we can sort of see what this looks like. We've got it worked in. We've got it plugged in to position 31. Let's see if I can sort of show you what that actually looks like here. Sorry, it's a little jerky, but there we go. So we're plugged into position 31. We should have some good juice flowing through that, but our circuit is not put together yet, because remember, we've got two wires. We've got the red wire and the black wire. So what we have to do is, the black wire is the ground. We need to connect it to a piece of metal that's attached to the car. Good news, we've got that big old screw right there that's screwed into the metal frame for the dashboard. All we really are going to have to do is loosen it up a little bit. We'll go ahead and slide some of that black wire underneath it, make a good connection, and poof, we'll have a solid circuit. All right, so let's see what we can do here. Okay, so we got the ground wire taken care of. We got the hot wire taken care of. Let's go ahead and test it before we put everything back, just to make sure we've done this right. We fit the male and the female parts together. Chunk. Now what we're going to have to do is basically power the car on to make sure that everything works. So let's see. Give me just a moment here. Let me find my keys. Dun, 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 dun. Keys are right here someplace. Just looking for the keys. All right, I think I got them. Okay, good. All right, so what we're going to do is we'll just turn on the auxiliaries for the car. Don't actually have to start the whole thing up. Go ahead and click. Get the dashboard to light up here. Just a quick turn. There we go. We're good to go. Oh, I apologize. It looks like my turn signal's on. Let me go ahead and turn that off. Other side. Oh, there we go. Got it off. All right, let's check and see if we've got power here. Oh, hey, I see a glowing light. Looks like we got power there. That is fantastic. So let me go ahead and plug this in and see if it starts to light up. Bingo. All right, this has been a successful project. So it looks like we're just about done, right? Not quite. Turns out that circuit 31 is always on, which means even if I turned off the car, anything that was plugged in would continue to draw energy. That was no good, so I tried then location number 1. It turns out it was always hot also. I finally settled on position number 4, which was a 10 amp circuit, which also controls the windshield wipers on the car. Pulled that out, plugged it in, and I was good to go. So this shows it in its final position, in position number 4 in the fuse panel. You can see the two circuits that are plugged into it, the two fuses that are plugged into it. We're good to go. Now what we have to do is go back over to the driver's side. I don't want that box rolling around on the floor. So what I want to do is just attach some Velcro to it and get it to stick to the side of the wall. That means whenever somebody's riding in my passenger seat, their feet won't be kicking it. So we'll take the Velcro, and what we're going to do is we're going to put half of the Velcro, obviously, onto the side of the 3 cigarette lighter adapters that we're adding. Okay, we'll just go ahead and size it so we get the right amount. Make sure we're where it wants to go. We want to have it back far enough that it's not really noticeable, but we also want to make it sure that it's far enough forward that it's easy to insert appliances into it. Got that good to go. Excellent. So we've got half the Velcro. Now we'll take the other half of the Velcro, remove the sticky tape, boop, and then we're just going to go ahead and stick it on the side of the wall, just about there. All right, that's perfect. That's exactly what we want. Tucked away, but still accessible. That's exactly what we were shooting for on this one. All right, good stuff. The only thing we really have left at this point in time is probably cleaning up some of the wiring, because remember, we got wires dangling all over the place. So let's take a peek and see what we got to do next. All right, yeah, so this is a little bit of a mess, isn't it? All right, so we got these wires. What we got to do is make them disappear, because that's just not going to be acceptable. So let's do a test fitting to make sure that we understand how this all goes back together. Just see what the story is here. So we'll just go ahead and do a little bit of a test fitting. Wait. Okay, we have, something's not right there. This isn't going on quite right. Let's see if we can figure out what the problem, okay, what it seems to be is the grounding wire. The grounding wire is getting in the way of putting the panel back in. So that's, there's got to be a way to fix it. It can't be that big of a deal. What's the problem here? Let's just take a peek and see if we can, the wire's just, it's in the wrong place is the simple problem. So, but this is going to be pretty easy to fix. So here's what we're going to do. Let's move the panel out of the way. Okay, and if we come down here, what we can see, what we did wrong is we really should have threaded the wire in from the back. So let's go ahead and do a quick, we'll take off the grounding wire. And then what you're going to see us do here is we're going to thread it around from the back. Ah, perfect, just like that. Takes 2 seconds to do, okay, but it's going to get it out of the way. It's going to make it so that we can put the panel back in place. That's fantastic. All we got to do is once again loosen up the screw here. Just take just a second. We'll go ahead and tighten it down, make sure the wire makes a good contact, and our circuit will be good. All right, the last thing that we did here is we stuck in the Bluetooth, the Belkin Bluetooth adapter. You know, originally we were going to plug this into our brand new power system, but it turns out in a 2010 Honda Accord, there's an additional outlet located in this sort of in-between side compartment. So if we take a quick look here, poof, there we go. You can see that we've got a power outlet there. So it was easy enough to just plug it in, and we also plug into the aux jack right there. So this is all taken care of. So let's see what our final thing looks like. This is the driver's side. You can see there's no wires visible. So fantastic. This is a successful project. Can't even tell that we were there. Can't even tell that we did anything. Okay, and then this is the passenger side. There's our 3 additional cigarette lighter outlets, completely wired in, completely tucked away, easy to get to, easy to use.